Yeah, okay, sir. Now, sir, what is pledge? What is pledge? Now, you tell me, guys, what is pledge? In your simple basic knowledge, whatever you know, what is pledge? What is pledge? Yes, sir. Sir, mortgage, pledge assets to get money, promise on something, give some goods to a person as a security for a loan. Sir, mortgage something valuable to get money. Sir, promise. Sir, pawn. Okay. Okay, sir. Everything almost correct. Okay. Sir, see, pledge. I don't know if it plays or not. Let us try. ये बुद्धूराम की है कहानी See this ad. आई तंगी परेशानी किसने आगे हाथ फैलाई सोचत सोचत नींद लगाई सब सपने में पापा Yeah, see this ad. ये बुद्धूराम की है कहानी जब घर आई तंगी परेशानी किसने आगे हाथ फैलाई सोचत सोचत नींद लगाई सब सपने में पापा कान खींच कर ये समझाए सुनो बेटा बुद्धूराम जब घर में पड़ा मनापुरम गोल्ड लो अब लाइव बनाया था Yes. What was there in the ad? So whatever you know and whatever they showed in the ad, is it one and the same? What did you understand in the ad? Yes. Huh. So sir, what is pledge, sir? See guys, whenever you need immediate money, yeah, you have two options. One, go and sell whatever assets you have. Yeah, sir, go and sell whatever assets you have. That is one type of getting immediate money. Sir, second one, you do not want to sell the product. You want that product to be with you for a longer time. You have some emotion attached to it, or you have something which is there with that particular asset, but still you want money. So, what will you do? You go, it can be anything, it can be gold, it can be bike, it can be car. Always remember, a pledge is on a movable property. Immovable property is a mortgage. Sir, pledge is something which you can carry and give the possession. Pledge is also one of the contract of bailment only. Will you go and give the house to the other person? No. It is always a movable goods. Immovable cannot be a pledge. Sir, then bankers take land and they give loan. No, sir, that is mortgage, not pledge. Mortgage is always on immovable. Your documents, land, house, that is called as mortgage. Sir, pledge. Pledge is always on movable goods. You go and you get a loan on that. That is called as pledge. So Akshay Kumar says, जब घर में है सोना, you have gold, तब तक है रोना, not corona. तब तक है रोना. How long will you cry? Go and give the gold. Within a minute, you will get the gold. You will get the money. Done, sir. Now, don't you think something is here? Sir, I have a gold. I'm going and giving it to them. Once I repay the money, I will get back the gold. Sir, can he use it? Now, Manappuram person, whoever is sitting in the cashier, can he use the gold? Can he use the gold? No, sir. Bailey's duties not to make inappropriate use. It is your responsibility to maintain it as long as it is there in your possession. Sir, anything happens to that, Bailey liable. The contract of bailment comes into picture. So, sir, what do you mean by contract of pledge? What do you mean by pledge? Pledge is one of the contract of bailment itself. In pledge, there are two parties. The person who gives the product to take loan is called as pledger. Sir, the person who gives the product to take the money is called as pledger. In our case, Akshay Kumar, or also called as pawner. Pawnor. Pawner. If you go to, I don't know how many of you know, if you go to Gujarat, Mumbai, if you go to Bangalore, or if there is Madras, there will be certain shops called as, I don't know how many of you know this. This generation, I don't know if you guys know, But if you are from Bangalore, go to DVG Road. Have you heard of DVG Road? Gandhi Bazaar? Yeah, you can see these shops. Sir, pan shop though in front of every hotel it will be there, sir. What are you telling? Not pan. Pawn. Yeah? Pawn means what, sir? Hand loans. Yes? So these are the people who give you those hand loans. And they are called as the pawn shops, where the person who sits there is called the pledgee. He takes the goods from you, he will give you the money. Clear? Any doubt? What is pledge? What is what? So, sir, the person who gives the product, the person who takes the product. So, Akshay Kumar in our case is the pledger, or you can call him as pawner. Sir, this person is called as pledgee, or also called as pawnee. In North, it has reduced, sir, only in South India nowadays. Correct. That is what. But if you go to these old places, old places, there this particular thing will prevail. Nowadays, they mention like jewelers and bankers. Few people do it in few ways. Nowadays, jewelers also take it. Yeah, but I'm telling you, these are the specific people. Yeah, clear, all of you. Pakka. Okay, sir. Now, sir, essentials of a pledge. For a contract to be called a pledge, what and all should be there? First one, there should be a bailment. Sir, bailment, temporary transfer of possession. Sir, permanently if I transfer, it becomes a sale. So, it is to be a bailment only, no? Temporary transfer. Correct, sir. And for what? Sir, bailment for security against payment. Sir, I have taken money. I am giving my goods for what? As a security. Sir, the subject matter should be goods. Always remember, goods means what, sir? Movable. Movable. Sir, and the goods should be in existence. Meaning what? Akshay Kumar can't say that in Akshay Tritiya I am going and buying the gold. That gold I'll come and give it to you. Now give me the money for it. The goods should be present and existing as on today's date. Sir, there shall be the delivery of goods from pledger to the pledgee. Akshay Kumar to the Muthoot or Manappuram. Sorry, Manappuram. So Akshay Kumar is the pledger. Sir, Manappuram is the pledgee. Sir, if all this is satisfied, it is called as what, sir? It is called as the contract of pledge. Any doubt? Clear? Sir, by now you should have understood. You should have understood yesterday when I told you. In the second part, we'll be seeing this. As of now, do not worry much about it. Where, sir? When I told you about examples. Yeah, sir, where, sir? Can you see here the fourth example? Delivering goods to a creditor to serve as a security for a loan. Examples of bailment. You remember what we have written here? Pledge. So what, sir? Pledge is also one amongst the bailment. Just that the purpose here is to secure the loan. Yes, sir. So what? What if it is bailment? So what? So what? Sir, all the rights of the bailer becomes the right of the pledger. All the rights of the bailee becomes the rights of the pledgee. Whatever is in bailment, cut, copy, paste, plus additional rights are given here. Sir, whatever there is there, sir, addition to that, something else is also there. Sir, what is that? See. Sir, the first one, pawn is right. Sir, who is pawnee here? Sir, the pawnee here is Manappuram. Manappuram, the person who is giving a loan, creditor. Sir, what is his right? Sir, what is the pledgee's right? First one, right to retain the pledged goods. Sir, right to retain. Sir, what is that? Sir, here pledgee is like a banker. he has a right to retain the goods against any money he has to receive against that particular debt. Sir, meaning what, sir? Sir, assume Akshay Kumar has taken loan against the gold from Manappuram. Sir, he has taken money, correct? Sir, every month he need to pay interest. Always remember these things, the interest will be high. Interest will be more. Sir, and there are some other expenses which Manappuram had to incur on this particular gold. Now, when Akshay Kumar has to repay, he has to repay three things. One is the principal amount, whatever he has taken. On principal, there will be certain interest involved. Plus, if there are any expenses incurred on that particular gold, all these three things he need to pay to Manappuram. Sir, the right to retain the goods can be exercised even after the principal is given back, but the interest is outstanding. Sir, Akshay Kumar took 1 lakh. Assume the principal was 1 lakh. Sir, interest was 20k. Sir, principal was returned, but the 20,000 is still pending. Manappuram has a right to retain the pledge even until the interest amount is returned. So the entire debt, as long as the entire debt is not returned by Akshay Kumar, Manappuram has a right to retain the pledge for against the principal, interest or anything. Clear, not clear? Sir, retain the goods for payment of the debt amount, that is a principal plus interest plus necessary expenses incurred. Clear? Any doubt? Yeah. Sir, right to retention of subsequent debt. Sir, right to retention of subsequent debt. Sir, what is this? Our case of general lien. General lien. So, sir, enter into a contract. So, general lien always, if at all you want to enjoy. Now the question is, who are you? Who are you? Sir, if I'm a banker, then by default I will have a general lien. If I'm a banker, by default I will have a general lien. Sir, if I'm a normal person, say creditor or any normal person, even I can be a creditor, no? Anyone can be. Sir, if I'm a normal person that is a creditor, then I need to specifically include the general lien clause in my contract. Why, sir? Sir, in bailment only we saw. General lien is only available to who? Banker, sir, factor, wharfinger, sir, attorney and policy broker. Sir, anyone else, general lien is not available. If you want it, you need to include it in the terms of the contract. So, sir, if I'm a banker who is giving this pledge, then by default, I have a right towards general lien. So, you have taken two loans. One is unsecured, one is secured. This pledge, I can retain it towards the unsecured loan also. Sir, if I'm a creditor, you do not have that right until and unless you have included that clause in the contract. Enna doubt? Everything which you have seen there, the same thing. Sir, Pawnee has, that is Manappuram, they have a right, where is it? Pawnee has a right to extraordinary expenses incurred. Sir, assume I took a loan by giving my bike. Now I had to maintain that bike. I have incurred parking expenses. Sir, I have incurred certain, say, maintenance expenses, or else, whatever may happen. If the bike is idle for very long time, it will not work. So I had to incur some expenses on that. That expenses, which one? Extraordinary expenses. Extraordinary expenses. Even that, the Manappuram, Pawnee has a right to receive all that money. However, always remember, against extraordinary expenses, you cannot retain the goods. Sir, I have given my bike to park there. Sir, on that he has incurred extraordinary expenses. He has invested the money on servicing the bike. Who? Manappuram. Sir, against that he cannot have a right to retain the goods. He cannot retain the goods for that. He has to give me back. I will pay. If not, what are the rights available? We'll see. But against that, he cannot retain the goods. For what, sir? For extraordinary expenses. Sir, what is the difference between necessary and extraordinary? Necessary in the course of it. Extraordinary deviating. Necessary which is required. Sir, extraordinary not required. But if I incur on that, for both you will get it from pawner only, from the Akshay Kumar only. But for necessary expenses, you can retain the goods. Extraordinary expenses, you cannot retain the goods. Yes, sir, the next one, pawn is right when pawner makes default. Sir, Manappuram right when Akshay Kumar makes default. First one what? See, sir, Akshay Kumar has taken a loan, sir, by giving the gold. To whom, sir? To Manappuram. Sir, and he said, I will repay this money within 1 year. Okay, sir, done. Sir, in this 1 year, Akshay Kumar failed to repay the money. Now, what are the rights available to Manappuram? The first thing what Manappuram should do, Manappuram have a right to file a case against Akshay Kumar. You can sue him. Until the money is paid, you can retain the goods. Sir, directly sue him. Go to the court, file a case against him and retain the goods. Sir, or, sir, I don't want all this court and all, sir. I know what to do. Sir, give a notice to the pawner. Sir, give a notice to Akshay Kumar. Sir, what is this notice? The notice says, hey Akshay Kumar, I'll give you 1 more month. If you fail to repay, I will sell whatever is the gold you have given to me. Write a letter to Akshay Kumar. Tell him that I am going to sell whatever is the pledge you have given to me if you fail to repay it in next 1 month. Sir, if Akshay Kumar wants, he can go and repay and he can get back the goods. Sir, now what if Akshay Kumar did not pay even that 1 month? Sir, now Manappuram can sell that. Now there are 2 possibilities. What? Sir, assume Manappuram had given loan of 1 lakh. Now when I sold this gold, I got only 80,000 rupees. The first scenario. The second scenario, assume I got 1,20,000 rupees. So first case, when I resold the goods, I got 80,000 deficit. There was a loss. Deficit. Sir, the rest, whenever I sold it for, assume 80,000. Sir, the remaining 20,000, I can recover it from Akshay Kumar. Sir, whatever is the deficit money, you give him the notice. You say that I am selling it. Sir, even after that, there is a deficit money. There is a loss which Manappuram incurs. Sir, 20,000 I was not able to recover. Sir, if there is any interest also added, you put everything together. Sir, if at all there is any deficit, Akshay Kumar has to pay this. You have a right. Sir, what if he doesn't pay? Now you can go to court also. Sir, now assume I have a deficit. I have a profit of 1,20,000. So I have surplus. Sir, now in the same way where you have a right to take money from him when there is a loss, you have a duty to pay the excess to Akshay Kumar. Sir, total amount payable to pawnee is 2,000, out of which 500 is extraordinary. Pawner repaid 1,500 and settled the amount received against the extraordinary expenses. So pawnee can retain the security, sir, since it's against the principal repayment now. Tira, possible. As per it is principal interest, you can retain the goods, completely possible. No doubt, no problem. Clear? Guys, I will tell you a scenario which is not there in your syllabus, but know it. Sir, why is notice necessary here? Sir, why should Manappuram inform Akshay Kumar before selling? It is not there, but just have it in your mind. If notice is not given, if at all there is a deficit, Manappuram cannot take it from Akshay Kumar. Manappuram, if at all, doesn't give notice to Akshay Kumar. Whenever there is a deficit, it cannot take it from Akshay Kumar. 80,000, 80,000, that's all. 20,000 Akshay Kumar will not be liable. If at all you fail to give notice. Sir, surplus you have to give. If there is surplus, assume I sold it for 1,20,000. There is surplus, I have to give 20,000. But deficit you cannot recover from Akshay Kumar. Clear? Default in interest. Every month he needs to pay 10,000 as interest. Assume he did not repay that. That is only default in interest. Whenever you take loan from a bank, you need to pay interest every month, right? That if you do not pay it in time, that is a default of interest. That is what I am telling. Now say for example, you did not pay 3 months interest. Bank has a right to keep your gold until you pay or clear all your interest. It will not give you back the gold until you clear all your interest involved. It will not be returned. So whatever is the debt, principal, necessary expenses plus your debt, principal, interest plus necessary expenses, you will not get the money. Clear? You'll not get the gold back. Pakka? Okay, sir. Sir, we are all bright students, sir. Understood? No order of settlement, sir, like first interest, then principal amount. Generally, what happens if it is, these pawn shops are unregulated. They don't have a law for them. So it is generally, if at all you guys, okay, it was there in your, again, childhood. What, sir? If at all the promisor, that is Akshay Kumar says, I have taken 3 loans, I can repay it accordingly. If Akshay Kumar doesn't say, I'm repaying the money towards principal, I'm repaying the money towards interest, then it is creditor's wish. For whatever he wants, he can set off. That is generally how the industry works. But if you ask about bank, whenever you go for a EMI, initial months, the principal will be less, interest will be more. Repayment. Yeah. Later point of time, principal will be more, interest will be less. That is how the banks collect the money. Yeah. This is how it is as per the bank. Clear? People, see here, duties of the pawnee. Sir, duties of the bailee. See, duty to take reasonable care. Duty not to make unauthorized use. Sir, duty to return the goods. Duty not to mix his own goods. Sir, duty not to do anything inconsistent. Sir, duty to return accretion. Ditto. Same to same. Pakka. Do you remember? All of you? Sir, same thing. Cut, copy, paste. Arre people, remember? Not remember? You remember? All of you. Same thing we saw there. Duties of bailee. Don't give me shock and heart attack. Yeah? Sir, duties of a pawner. Pawner, bailer. Sir, the pawner is liable to pay the debt. Sir, to compensate the pawnee for extraordinary expenses. Sir, disclose all the faults. Yeah? Sir, if loss occurs to pawnee due to defect in pawner's title, you need to indemnify the pawnee. Everything was there. Just replace bailer by pawner, bailee by pledgee. Yeah? Sir, if pawnee sells the goods due to default by the pawner must pay the deficit. We just saw. If the pawnee sells the goods due to default, sir, notice was given, there was a deficit of money, you need to pay the extra. Correct? All of you? Now, sir, tell us one thing. Yes, tell me. Sir, who can pledge the product? Who can pledge the product? Sir, Akshay Kumar. Not like that. Sir, generally who can pledge the product? don't you think it is always the owner who can pledge the product? Owner of a product alone can pledge the product. No one else can pledge it. Yes, sir. Obviously, sir. What nonsense. The law says, Are yaro, there is a exception here. Maga, there is an exception here. Sir, what is that? Bro, listen. What? Sir, pledge by non-owners. I am not the owner, but still I can pledge it, it seems. Is it, sir? Let us see when and which case you can pledge it. Sir, the first person, pledge by mercantile agent. Sir, who is a mercantile agent? I told you. Sir, for example, sir, there is Royal Enfield showroom. There is a CEO. Royal Enfield CEO is the owner of Royal Enfield. Okay, sir, and also the shareholders. Sir, the store manager. Sir, Royal Enfield has so many branches. So every particular franchisee, that is the store, will have a manager. Sir, he is an agent who helps me in taking care of the business in that particular store. Sir, now assume to run this store, they wanted some loan from the bank. Sir, so what did they do? They took a loan against the Royal Enfield bikes, whatever was there in that particular store. Sir, charge. You remember? Sir, Royal Enfield bike, they took a loan against it. What type of charge is it? What type of charge? Floating charge. Yeah. So, sir, whenever a main person has appointed an agent, why, sir? To conduct the business, to carry on the business. For the business, if the agent pledges any of the business goods and if he takes loan, the law says this pledge is valid. Whenever there is an agent, there is a principal. Principal has authorized the agent to pledge and take loan whenever there is a requirement. Here, if you say agent is not the owner of the product, the owner of the product is a CEO. The main principal is the owner. Agent is just a representative. It is not his, no. But the law says he still has a right to take money whenever he wants by going to the bank and pledging the goods he has. He is a non-owner. He is not the owner, but an exception. It is still valid. So pledged by a non-owner, he is an agent. He is not the actual owner, but still it is valid. Sir, regarding this agent, we will be discussing in detail in Unit 3. That is your next chapter. Yep. Clear? Okay, sir. Sir, the person pledging the goods must be a mercantile agent, a person who has been appointed to take care of my business. He must be having the possession of the goods, and he should have the possession of the good by the consent of the owner. That is, CEO's consent should be there. You should not be having it with the dishonesty. You should not have done fraud. You should have not got it from theft and all. He will not become mercantile agent. Sir, it must be in the ordinary course of business. Sir, the pledge must be in a good faith. Good faith not to do any fraud. If all these conditions are satisfied, a mercantile agent can also pledge a product. Clear? Okay, sir. Sir, pledge by person in possession under voidable contract. Sir, what do you mean by voidable contract? Voidable contract means a contract which can be treated as void or valid. At the option of the other party. Sir, give us an example. Sir, assume A, B. A had a bike. B wanted to buy this bike. He asked A, can you sell me your bike? A said no. B is a gunda. B went and he hit A. He hit nicely. Now A had no option. So what did A do? A sold his bike to B. He signed all the agreements paper. Now the moment he signed all the agreement, now B became the owner. But did he become the owner by a fair means? No, sir. He made a coercion. Meaning what, sir? The consent was not free. He did not agree on its own, sir. He was forced. He was influenced. Now, sir, B became the owner. But, sir, is there any remedy for A? Now, A has an option. What? Sir, he's a gunda. Papa. What can I do? What can I do? So, one option, shut your mouth and sit at home. Don't do anything. You're scared. You shut your mouth and sit at home. The contract will be treated as valid. You did not take any steps, no? Contract will be treated as valid. Now the second option, you are the daredevil. You know what to do. Whenever there is a right affected, you know that you have to take remedy. You go to court and you explain whatever has happened. The court will call B and it will say, hey, you B, stupid, come and stand in the court. The B will come and the court will tupify him. It will scold left and right. There will be punishment also. And the court will order to give back this bike to Mr. A. So now the option is with A to treat this particular contract, whatever the bike he sold, to treat it as valid, that is sit at home, or to cancel the contract, that is to treat it as void by going to court. Now this is called as voidable contract. Sir, now why are you explaining this? Now listen, sir, A took the bike with force from A. B took the bike with force from A. Now he became the owner. Now he is going and pledging it with Mr. C and he is taking loan. Now tell me, is B the actual owner here? Sir, he is owner, but still under a voidable contract. If A goes to court, the ownership will go back to A. If A doesn't go to court, then B will become the owner. It is still not sure, sir. You have certain time to fix this. You need certain time to know whether it is voidable, it is void or valid. Sir, in this cases, B is still a not owner. He is non-owner. The law still says such contract is valid. The pledge is still valid. Why? How will C know all this happened in the background? He will check the title documents. Title document says B is the owner. So law says yes, this is a valid pledge. Even though he is a what, sir? He is a non-owner. Clear this part? Yeah? See, the institute expects you to remember this voidable. I know you people don't remember. Yeah, so we need to explain your childhood. Sir, pledge where pawner has only a limited interest. Pledge where the pawner has only a limited interest. Sir, what is this? Now see here. A, Akshay Kumar, he has come and he has pledged the gold with Manappuram. Now, on this gold, Manappuram has a limited interest. Sir, what do you mean by limited interest? Sir, Manappuram may or may not become the owner of this gold. If Akshay Kumar does not repay the money, Manappuram will become the owner of this gold. Sir, Akshay Kumar pays the money. Manappuram will not become the owner of this gold. So whether it will become the owner or not the owner of the gold, it depends and we are not yet sure. So me becoming the owner is limited. I am not sure of it. Now this is also called as limited interest. Now Manappuram took the gold. It thought that Akshay Kumar will not be able to pay the money and it thought that I will become the owner. So it further pledged it with someone else. It went to Muthoot. So a pledge done by a non-owner having a limited interest. Here you may be the owner, you may not be the owner. It depends upon Akshay Kumar repaying or not paying. Now in this case, in the second pledge, The Manappuram becomes the pawner. Now Muthoot becomes the pawnee. Sir, now we are not yet sure now, sir. Now, though the pawner has a limited interest, he is not yet the owner, it is still considered as what, sir? It is still considered as a valid pledge. Sir, give a second example. Do you guys remember hire purchase? Sir, where goods are sold on EMI. Sir, today, generally what? The auto and all that will be sent on, will be sold on, generally the auto and all that will be sold on your hire purchase. Sir, the auto will be given to you today. Meaning what? The possession will be given to you today. But the ownership, you will get it only after repaying the last installment. After paying the last installment, you will get the ownership. This is hire purchase. Sir, in between, the person wanted loan. So he took the possession of the auto, he went to a pledgee and he gave it as a pledge. Sir, today, is this person a owner? The answer is no. Because he becomes an owner only after paying the last installment. Again, a person who is having a limited interest, he is still not at the owner. Hire purchase. Yes, I gave you two examples. Understood this? Pledge where pawner has only a limited interest. Understood this? Sir, fourth one, pledge by a co-owner in possession. Sir, what is this? Sir, A, B, C. All three together have invested in a car. But this car will always be with C. C only uses it. Now C goes and he gives this particular car as a pledge and he takes loan from Mr. D. Sir, here C is not the complete owner. He shares the ownership with all rest of the two people. But still, whenever a pledge is done by a co-owner, there is more than one owner. A person should have possession of it. Co-owner and having possession can go and pledge the product, even then it will be considered as a valid pledge. Even though he has not asked the other two partners. The other two owners he has not yet asked. He is a co-owner. He is having the possession. He went and he pledged the car. Sir, it will be considered as a valid pledge. Though he is not the complete owner, so he is considered as a non-owner. Clear? Any doubts? So that is this one. Sir, pledged by a co-owner in possession. He should be having that particular thing. Sir, fifth one, pledged by seller or buyer in possession. Sir, what is this? This is a little controversial topic. Sir, what is this? Listen carefully. Sir, there was Mr. A. Mr. A has a bike. He has a bike. Sir, Mr. A, what he did, he wanted money. Today morning, he went and he signed a contract with Mr. B, who wants to buy the bike from Mr. A. He said, I will buy it. He said, today is Tuesday. We should not do any transaction. So I'll do one thing. I'll give you the money today. Tomorrow I'll come and collect the bike. Now Mr. A, the greedy person, meanwhile, he also gave the same bike on pledge to Mr. C. Same bike. Now you tell me, how will Mr. C know that this transaction has happened? The ownership has not yet changed. The possession has not yet changed. In all the documents, Mr. A's name only is visible. So he has sold it. So actually he is the owner now. But still in all the records, documents, possession, everything is with him. So he is going and pledging. So sir, he pledged with Mr. C. Now what will happen? Yeah, the law says it is still a valid pledge. Sir, what will happen? Generally it go to court. He will have to give money to one person and he'll have to give the product to the other person, or he will have to pay compensation. Yeah, either of this will happen. Sir, still here, he has sold the product. He is no longer the owner. Still is pledging. The law says it is still valid pledge. Any doubts here? Fifth one. Yeah. See, a person who is in possession even after the sale has happened. Why is it valid? Because, no, I'm telling you, see, first thing, the document that is not yet registered, Mr. A's name only will be visible on all the documents of the bike. Sir, he also has a possession. How will Mr. C know that whether Mr. B is the owner or Mr. A is the owner? He has checked the documents. A is the owner. Then what about Mr. C? So what will generally law say? Whatever the bike is, the bike will be given to Mr. B in this case. Whatever money is given by Mr. B to Mr. A, that money will be transferred to this person. So the contract will complete. This will happen generally after going to the court if they are not able to settle it in between them. Clear? So sir, co-owner also, if in possession, they can pledge without informing right. How is it fair? It's not fair. It leads to a dispute amongst them. But what about an outsider? Every day in and day out, he sees you using that bike or car. And it also says you are the owner. But what if you guys internally have an agreement? So you are liable to the other two parties. But what about the external person? So he gets a good title in the case of co-owner. Yeah? Clear? Sir, difference between bailment and pledge. Simple. Sir, bailment is where you transfer the temporary ownership for any purpose. Sir, pledge is always the transfer of possession for the purpose of security against the payment. It is always for a debt. Sir, parties, bailer, bailee, pledger, pledger, pawner or pawnee. Sir, purpose, this can be for any purpose. Any purpose. Sir, here it is always for the purpose of security. Sir, in bailment, consideration is not mandatory. Sir, gratuitous bailment, notebook, dog. Sir, here the bailment, it is always for consideration. You receive money. Sir, right to sell the goods. Sir, in the bailment, he cannot sell the goods. He can only retain it. Sir, here he can give a notice and he can sell the goods in the case of pledge. Sir, here right to use of goods. Bailee can use the goods only for the purpose specified. Sir, pledgee can never use the goods. Sir, this is the case of your bounce, Zoom car and all that. Here you cannot use it at all. Yeah, so that is the difference. So that is this chapter. Any doubts? So that is the completion of your chapter 2, that is unit 2, bailment and pledge. Yeah.